This is a really dire warning from some oil analysts that oil could spike as high as $200 per barrel if the strait doesn't reopen soon.
The International Energy Agency said the war in the Middle East is creating the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market. That's Donald Trump's definition of great shape.
President Trump repeatedly calling the war with Iran a little excursion, a war that has killed American troops, injured about 150 of them, destabilized the Middle East, and driven oil over $100 a barrel. John, a little excursion is kind of like a half-day snorkeling trip you book on your vacation to the Bahamas, not a war with Iran.
Of course we've lost moral standing in the world. We've acted like fools. We look foolish. We look murderous. We look like cruel monsters on the world stage.
Things are worse today than they were before Trump started his war of choice.
It's going to be Trump at the pump. His picture might as well be on the pump as American gasoline consumers pay the price.
Nothing that we saw in Pakistan with these Iran discussions and negotiations resembled anything like what diplomacy and serious work should look like.
Complete shocking incompetence, complete hysterical fear-mongering. Do you notice what was missing in all of that? That this is the worst terror regime since the Nazis. That's what people inside Iran have said. The most brutal terror dictatorship that has been slaughtering its own people for years. So that was the liberal media and Democrats attacking President Trump, saying things like oil is going to skyrocket to $200 a barrel, that the U.S. naval blockade would fail, that Iran was going to win. Oil plunged about 11% to $83 a barrel. That's WTI. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq hit again record highs. The Dow is up today, closing around up 900 points. Let's bring in veteran U.S. Army Captain, Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, it's great to have you back on from Ways and Means. That's the committee you're on. What do you make of the media attack and Democrats attacking Trump's naval blockade? But the blockade worked. The strait is now open. Iran capitulated.
It worked 100%, and you're now seeing oil prices go down. You're now seeing the markets react to that in a very positive measure. All of these huge goals and hit points that they've hit in the market that have never happened in the history of our country, all because of what President Trump has done. And he is now, we're pending this peace agreement, but he has now removed the #1 terrorist organization supporter in the entire country or in the entire world. So no other president has been able to do that in decades. Barack Obama gave them billions of dollars, and Trump has taken them off from committing terror all across the world.
You know, Congressman, we're showing a split screen. President Trump is about to speak at a Turning Point USA event in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, let's get your reaction to Brett McGurk. Brett McGurk served in senior national security positions under Presidents George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden. Watch him call Trump's Iran blockade a brilliant play. Listen.
I think the blockade on Iranian ports, I think, was a smart play, Casey, because the Iranians believe their leverage is the increasing economic pressure on the world and particularly on President Trump. That is what they believe, and time is on their side. And to flip the script and say, actually, if you're going to shut the Strait of Hormuz, you're not going to benefit. Your ships are not going to get out. That is going to bite the Iranians.
So the president flipped the script. That Iran thought it was going to, shut down the Strait of Hormuz. And then President Trump said, wait a second, we're putting a blockade on you. And that blockade stays until the president says 100% of his terms are completed. He's got red lines there in here. Do you think that we're going to have U.S. personnel inside Iran extracting out its enriched uranium? It's got nearly 1,000 pounds of it. It can make a dozen atomic bombs. You think that we can do that? I think that's going to happen?
If that happens and we have Americans on the ground in Iran extracting the uranium, that is just record-setting, something that only President Trump could accomplish. No other president would be able to have Americans in Iran extracting their uranium. That was the biggest contention that the Iranians had was enriched uranium, and we absolutely cannot let them get a nuclear warhead or have the ability to enrich uranium. So if they allow Americans in there to do that as part of this agreement, then Iran's leadership obviously has drastically changed their approach worldwide, and that is a great thing for the United States, and it's a great thing for the Middle East.
Thank you so much, Congressman Greg Steube from Ways and Means, and thank you again for your service to America. It's good to see you again. Still ahead.